Yobachi 2007 back at you with another one. Fellas, we have won. She-Hulk has been canceled. Well, maybe. We're going to get into that. So, for a few months now, going back to the spring, we did a video kind of looking into the whole concept of Mary Sue in movies and literature and what that's all about. And we did a video back in the spring around She-Hulk and when Wednesday Addams was coming out, kind of exploring that issue. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. And we're going to take a look at a video from that time where we kind of get into this concept of a Mary Sue so we can understand what's going on in this segment and what we're going to be talking about today. Now she's a martial arts expert, and she is a Olympic championship level sword fighter, and she has all these skills and abilities out of the thin blue air. She's great at everything, and there's nothing she can't do. She is a woman. Hear her roar. This seems to be lining up to fall in line with a long list of female characters in the last few years who just show up and out of the thin blue sky without having to earn it have the greatest abilities, even superiority to men, from Ray to Captain Marvel, Lady Thor, and of course She-Hulk. Let's take a quick look at a clip of that for the point that we're making here. This is Hulk, who's been a Hulk, Incredible Hulk, for many years and had to learn to control his powers and to develop his abilities. This She-Hulk has just now become a Hulk, and days later, let's look at the comparison.
Being a Hulk asks for balance.
I'm trying to save on getting copyrighted by not putting every second into it, every second of the audio.
It's easy.
It's easy. He's been at this for years, and Bruce had to struggle to be able to control his abilities and be able to do what he's doing. And she shows up out of the thin blue sky, and it's easy. And she could hit the ground and crack it wide open in ways that he can't right off the bat. So she's not even equal to him. She's superior in days and in smaller stature than this huge Hulk who's trained for years. And that's the basis of the concept of the Mary Sue, unearned ability, unearned extraordinary ability. I'm just going to remind you very quickly before we get back into that subject to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also like. Like us up, it's free. I really appreciate that helping me to grow the channel, and we're right back to the program. So here it is defined. A Mary Sue is a character archetype in fiction, usually a young woman who is often portrayed as inexplicably competent across all domains, gifted with unique talents or powers, liked or respected by most of the characters, unrealistically free of weakness, extremely attractive, and so on, virtuous, and so on and so forth. And it kind of comes down to is just someone who will, again, unearned for no reason, serves no plot point, serves no, doesn't serve the story, but is an injection by the writer, the creator of the project, in order to just have someone there who embodies some notion of being all and everything, and they're trying to direct you as the audience to like them because the creator is telling you to like the character rather than having the character have an arc that would lead you to liking them or would draw or having characteristics about them that would draw you in. She is a perfect and wonderful and all-powerful being just because she showed up with a vagina. So in other words, Mary Sue is the ultimate boss chick. Now, to the rumor that She-Hulk is being canceled, some people are coming out and stating it point blank as fact, as if they could know, but it's not necessarily a fact. But I took the chance to look this up, and with Bing's AI, it accumulated different sources, and here's the accumulation of what those sources have to say. There are conflicting reports about the status of She-Hulk. One source claims that Marvel's Avengers developer Crystal Dynamics canceled the release of She-Hulk as a playable character in the game. Another source suggests that there may be a second season of the Disney Plus show She-Hulk attorney at law, but nothing has been confirmed. However, it is also likely that the show has been canceled due to bad reviews, low ratings, and production problems. At the time, Disney has not announced plans for a second season of She-Hulk. So while it's not confirmed, it seems most reasonable and most likely that there won't be a second season, and it definitely hasn't been announced officially that they will be. They haven't announced a date for it coming up in 2024 or it being on the slate of Disney's upcoming projects. What makes it more likely is that these reports are coming out in conjunction with comments that Bob Iger made at a company town hall just a couple of days ago, I believe on Tuesday. So let's take a look at his comments that we want to highlight here, specifically this paragraph. And this is Bob Iger speaking, the CEO of Disney. In assessing some of our performance recently, one of the reasons I believe it's fallen off, he's actually admitting that now. One of the reasons I believe it's fallen off a lot, is that we're making too much. That's what he says. I think when it comes to creativity, quality is critical. Of course, and quantity in many ways can destroy quality. Storytelling, obviously, is the core of what we do at this company. Well, it's the core of what you used to do at that company. Now, what you do is just insert a female. You just put a chick in it and make it lame and make it gay, as South Park had said. And that's what we're celebrating winning against. It's the reductive Mary Sue that they use, especially in the Marvels and at Disney's other property, Star Wars, where the female is not only a great and infallible Mary Sue, but of course she must be superior to all males, and the male must be denigrated, humiliated, and shown to be dumb and incompetent. So here goes another one. This is from InsideTheMagic.net. This is a website. Inside the Magic is referring to Inside Disney's Magic. So this is a Disney insider kind of fan website where they are what they call pixie dusters. These adults who actually consider themselves pixie dusters. So this is a fan site of Disney. It says, report Marvel removes She-Hulk series from MCU, surrenders to anti-woke mob. So these people on the other side of the ledger who want She-Hulk believes that it's being canceled, and they call it a surrender to what they would call the anti-woke mob, which basically they're saying people who think female characters ought to be well-rounded characters with an arc and who should have to earn their position and not just show up and have it given to them, which actually is really insulting to females, not some sort of lauding of them because you don't believe that they can earn it. So it just has to be given to them at the expense of men and men only. So here in the same article, it says the She-Hulk controversy, from the outset, it faced criticism from groups accusing Marvel Studios of becoming the MCU or being perceived as woke due to the increased inclusion of female superheroes. That's a lie. Of course, they have to use a straw man argument because people on this side of the ledger, just like modern women that we talk about here, they are unaccountable. They refuse accountability or to be responsible for their poor actions or for their poor storytelling in this regard. Again, this is an issue of complete lack of character development and inserting ideal women who are perfect and the necessity of denigrating and humiliating an already existing male character in order to do it, rather than creating a true and genuine character that people would like to see and that people could enjoy and become attached to or be drawn in by, rather than just some wooden stick character that they've thrown in there with no flaws and absolute perfection from the get-go. But whether it's been canceled or not for sure, this is where you know, man, that you've already won when they have headings like this. Is Marvel giving in to anti-woke trolls? This is how they feel that Marvel is clearly being pushed back, and that the failure of the Marvels and then the absolute colossal failure of Wish 2 weeks later, these two colossal failures back to back, the collapse of the Marvels may be the biggest bomb in cinema history, given its $300 million budgets and the absolute no money it's making at the box office. It says recently Hollywood and Marvel Insider, whoever, shared that Marvel Studios has changed their plan for the Disney Plus show She-Hulk Attorney at Law. According to these new reports, it appears that Disney and Marvel are scrapping the She-Hulk series from the streaming platform, pulling their She-Hulk season 2 order due to poor reception. There it is. So they end up admitting what the real problem is: poor reception. Nobody watched, and nobody's anticipating wanting to watch another season, just as they didn't want to watch the Marvels because of the same reason: poorly written garbage with weak character development that these folks need to learn to take accountability for, which again seems to be their kryptonite. So, how does this tie into men winning on and off screen? Just as they're receiving pushback, or just as there is a retreat with the Mary Sue on the movie screen, her real life counterpart, the boss chick, is finding it very tough out here in various regards. Well, it's men not approaching women anymore, not wanting to go out on dates, even when they connect on dating apps, or women just realizing the strong and independent life really isn't working, and them having to pull back on all the boss chick attitude, just as Disney is having to pull back on the boss chick Mary Sue's in their product, because men have taken a stand and employed standards that they will not accept this anymore. And now these folks are losing.
Like, I'm not gonna find no one on Hinge because my problem is I be treating Hinge like real life. And yeah, if you like me, I like you back, but I feel like you a man. So like, message me.
Nope.
Oh, you thought the like was enough? That's like just staring at me. Like, I'm sorry. I done gotten like, my last couple of situations have been literally motherfuckers pulling up on me in real time like, hello, I think you're beautiful. What is your number? So like with the internet shit, it's like, oh, send the like. Okay, I like you back. I think you cute. I stared back. Now are you going to walk over here and say, what's that? Or are you
Nope.
just going to keep standing from across the room and staring?
Apparently the answer is B, or you wouldn't be asking this question.
My friends say it that guys just don't approach anymore. Like in the past, maybe a guy would approach and come up to them, ask for the number. Once in a while it happens for me, but of course like not as much as previously. And obviously, a guy can literally open up his Instagram app, search up girls in the city that he's in, go like a bunch of their photos on each of their pages. So you go on like 20. And that is a hell of a lot easier for a guy and way less amount of rejection than to go up to a girl on the street.
And if this happens again, if it takes them this long to replace the engine again, then that's it. That's it. I can't work. So I'm not going to be able to keep up with my payments. I'm not going to be able to do anything, and I'm not going to be able to...
Ladies, the strong black woman narrative is a scam. Wake up. I had a good run. I did everything the society told me to do. I worked really hard. I damn near broke my back. I paid all my bills. I put everybody else first. I told men I was independent. I refused to accept gifts and help. I said I was strong. I did it, and I did it to say that I won nothing from it. I literally did not win any special awards. My life has not changed drastically. So now I'm going to reclaim my time, okay? When you see me now, know that I'm a soft bitch.
This is them in a rage because it's over for them. Whether pushing Mary Sue to destroy your favorite genre IP at the cinema, or being approached, whether online or in real life, or men taking women out for dates, and when they're popping off at the mouth about how they're not going to go to the Cheesecake Factory, or whatever the case may be, they need help, they need financial help, they can't get their car repaired, they can't do things out here, they can't make it in life, and it's hard for them. And you heard that last chick say, I had a good run. These Mary Sue's had a good run at the box office, particularly in Marvel for the last 4 or 5 years, and with Star Wars before that. And now it's over because they're having to retreat and withdraw from that garbage because it's failing. You hear Bob Iger's going to try to look to quality over quantity, and just doing anything because he's seeing utter collapse of this strategy in this push. And there's an utter collapse in the lives of real women's real lives. They had a good run, and now that foolishness is over because men are standing on standards. If you apply standards to what you go and see at the movie theater and don't go see garbage like the Marvels and don't watch She-Hulk, they collapse and they go away. Likewise, the whole strong, independent woman, I don't need no man nonsense is going away more and more as these women have to acquiesce because it's not working. Stay on your standards, brothers. When you do, you win. Maintain your standards both in the entertainment and the art that you consume, and maintain those standards in women that you deal with in real life. And men will keep winning, and we'll keep winning in the culture. Yobachi 2007. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell to make sure you get those likes, to make sure you get the video shown to you. Hit the like, and I'm out.